Hey all, it's Tom. Well, in a follow-up to my last video, I was driving in a car and I said, where have we all gone? What happened to us? That's what it is. As far as years ago, we used whatever we could find to go camping, to go in the woods, to bushcrafting, to whatever you want to call the hobby that we do, but to be out in the woods, okay? Now, say this might be part 2. Recently, I started watching a lot of knife collectors, knife channels, such and so forth. Donnie B all day, Choir Boys Cutlery with a Z, the Jersey Knife Guy, the Nutty Knife Guy. And boy, these guys have got knives. And expensive knives. Some cheap knives. Cowboy Sebop. So they have the range of your common everyday $20 knife to $500-$600 knives. Some of them collect. Some of them just use them, like Donnie B. They'll tell you straight up, he might have a $600 knife, but he's using it every day. And it shows the scars of battle in the yard. So now, being that this might be part 2 is where I'm getting to. The wilderness is meant to be enjoyed. Any hobby is meant to be enjoyed. Now, if we all did the same thing as the other guy, it would be common. But we don't. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own likes, their own dislikes, taste, values, whatever in life. It goes the same in our bushcrafting. It goes the same in our knife collecting. It's the same reason why a guy drives a 68 Firebird. One guy drives a 68 Camaro. Similar looks. One guy prefers Pontiac. One guy prefers a Chevy. Some guys in this community of ours prefers going out there with gigantic knives. Some guys prefer going out there with pocket knives. Minimal gear. My gear is carried in my bottom of my back, or not my backpack, but my sleeping bag. I got rid of the backpack issue. I could put all my gear in the bottom of my sleeping bag, roll that all up, so it's a modern day bedroll. But there's also guys out there that only use a little blanket. They wrap all their stuff up in it. So it's a modern day bedroll or an old time bedroll. It all depends on your taste and your preferences. I hunt with a 22. My brother hunts with a 22. He hunts with a lever action Henry. I hunt with a Rossi 22 pump or bolt action. Savage. And he has a Remington that he had when he was a kid. It's a 592, I believe it is, pump action Remington. He has that one. He has an old rolling block that he had when he was a kid. And plus he has, the newer Henry. He has a pump shotgun. He has a semi-automatic shotgun. I have a single barrel. It's all preference. Does he enjoy his hunting any more than I do? No. Do I enjoy my hunting any more than he does? Yeah, I do, because it's the way I want to do it. Now, given a group of people, take all your friends, put them together. Do y'all have the same tastes on everything? Or does one guy like Michelob, one guy likes Budweiser, one guy likes whatever an IPA is, one guy likes, Mike's Hard Lemonade. Who knows? But y'all get along. Y'all party and y'all have a good time. How many guys have you gone camping with that had the same exact equipment as you did? Not very many, I hope. It's a matter of preference. Bushcraft fashion, why do you need all this equipment and everything? And I come to realize here, just within the last couple hours, it's all depending on what you want to do. It really is. I've said this before, but it's all dependent on what you want. You all know me as a knife guy. I like my knives. I might have 30 knives. Some of these collectors have 30 very expensive knives. Some of them have 300-400 very expensive knives. Some of them have 300-400, say $10 to $500 knives. That's the way they want their collection, and that's the way they have fun doing it. Some guys are that way with axes. Some guys are like that with big bladed knives. It's all a matter of preference. So if somebody's getting on your case about, well, hey, I was over there at Tom Ritter channel, and he said you got to do things the primitive way. Why do you carry all this gear? They have to lug it. Who am I to judge? That's the honest thing. I used to camp with a lot of gear. Back, when. I used to camp with a lot of gear. And I guess they call it glamping, but back then it was camping. We lugged, 30 pounds of gear, 10 miles through the woods and set up. And, we had, there were little hunting stools, but they were chairs. We had chairs, we had this, we had that. Do you need it all? No, that's just the way I decided to go. Now I decide, hey, I want to go a different way. And I've been that way since I was a kid. That's the way I learned. When some of these guys grew up learning from the Boy Scouts. When you're into Boy Scouts, they carry a hygiene kit, medical kit, knife, fork, and spoon set, mess kit. The list is endless. I can't think of all what was in my pack, but the list is endless what, the Boy Scouts tell you to carry. Now, many years before I even got into this woodsman YouTube stuff, I had it's called The Little Book of the 22, I believe, by John Lachuk. Is it John Lachuk? I think it was, but anyway, it was some guy from Guns and Ammo, Field and Streams. Now, he had anywhere from a micro kit to a pocket-sized kit to a day pack to, say, an overnight pack to a just-in-case I get lost hunting pack, and then he had a full-blown camping pack. Yeah, he had all them pieces put together, and we're talking, 80s. When this book came out, I think it was 81. He had a lot of different setups. One was for, if I'm just going shooting woodchucks off the roof of my car. He had a small pack or a small kit for that. Put together by himself, because back then buying a full put-together kit was like pulling teeth. Then he had one to fit, I think it was a VCR case, he said, that was something that would get him through overnight. Then he had another one that fit in what we call a day pack now. Back then they were called teardrop packs because of the shape. And I got stuck out here hunting. I needed, through the day pack was my camping kit. essentially. So even back then, guys thought about lighter kits, and they used heavier kits. So honestly, it's all dependent, and it's all a matter of what you, not I, feel you want to carry and what you need to carry. What happened to us? Think about this. I bought my Ka-Bar knife in 1980 for $23. The Gerber Guardian that I also carried, I paid, what did I pay for that? $24 something, $24.95, something like that. Now, look these knives up. Ka-Bar standard price is about $70. Gerber Guardian, well, you can't find it, but I would say they'd be about a $100 knife. If you go look up prices for 1980 when I bought it, my $23 Ka-Bar at that day, if I bought it today with the cost of inflation and everything, would be $75. My Gerber would have been I believe they're 118 now or something like that. I forget what I looked it up at. But the prices haven't really changed. The gear has changed. The accessibility to the gear had changed. Don't forget, when I was doing this, camping and you know, going on and on, you went to a sporting goods store, they had a camping section. You bought what was there because there wasn't, you didn't have eBay, you didn't have Amazon, you didn't have all these people putting out survival gear. So hypothetically, back in the day, I might have had a lot of gear. If I had access to it, I might have been carried around a 40-pound pack. Now the trend seems to be going down to minimalist stuff, which is great because you don't need a whole lot to spend the night in the woods and do it comfortably and happy. It's about enjoying the woods. It's about enjoying camaraderie if you go with a friend. It's not about how much weight you can lug, how much gear you have, how much expensive, how much this, how much that. It's about having fun. It's about enjoying the woods. It's about enjoying a knife that you have. Me, I'm a sentimental person. I like the older stuff, and I like the stuff that has been around for a long time, because when I pick that knife up, I want to say, hey, you remember? I stopped using my Ka-Bar because it has too many memories to ruin. Not that I'd ruin it. But also, I stopped using it because it triggers some things I don't want to think about. Okay? I'll leave it there. But I stopped using the Ka-Bar for that reason. And the Gerber. There's other knives here that have absolutely no bad memories to them. And I could sit out in the woods like that Seal Tack I reviewed. I had that knife for a good many years. Been on a lot of camping and hunting trips. It's just sit back and go, hey, you remember? Yeah. So that's my thoughts on this. Wrap it up. And I don't think we're going to cover this anymore because, like I said, it's personal preference. And who am I to tell you what you should do? I tell you what I do. And then if you want to do it, go ahead. But I'm not going to tell you how to do this. So enjoy your time in the woods. Enjoy your camping and your hunting and your fishing and with whatever you want to do. But this is Tom. I want to thank you for your time and your patience. Hope you liked the video. Oh, don't forget to share them. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, sharing them would help out a lot. And just want to let you know, I'm at 1,491. I got what? 9 more subscribers to go. We'll be at 1,500. Who knows what'll happen? Tell your friends. I'll catch you on the next one.